Today I'm going to show you the Excel file which I developed to produce this Google Earth visual representation of potential choices of locations to go to for a bit of holidaying, sightseeing. So I have a variety of different locations here, and I've picked a base, which in this case is Cromarty. It's got this little bullseye symbol here, and as you get more distant, the distance being actually a travel time rather than a physical distance, then the icons go from being red through to being blue. So when you mouse over the icons, they display their names, so that it doesn't get too scruffy. You don't have lots of overlapping names. It looks nicer this way. When you click on them, you can see the travel time in hours and minutes. You can see the name of the location and comments about why you might want to go there, for instance. So you can add things to these if you want to. I'll go to Tauble Falls here and I'll add a picture just to show you it can be done. So I'm going to add a local image, and I'm going to go for this one. So now when I click on Tauble Falls, I've got this nice picture. So you can create these files quite easily using an online application which turns a spreadsheet into a KML file. So I'll just show you how I would create a travel itinerary. I'll start off with a couple of locations here. So I started with Glen Affric, Top Car Park to Coire Cass and Cairngorm. Then I'll spend a certain amount of time there. So I'll go, so let's say, spend an hour there, and create another route. So it knows where I was left, which is helpful. So you can just press OK, and you can pick another location and add time at location. If I want to add say that's an hour I spend there, and create a route. That'd be from Monard Dam again to Rogie Falls. Nope. Oops. Yeah, I get that wrong sometimes. So just delete that. Create route. Monard Dam to Rogie Falls, and time at location. I don't know. So this is a way you gradually build these together. These are all the times travelling. The ones in black and italic are the times that you actually spend at the locations. So you can then add a start time, so you wanted to set off at 6:30 in the morning, and then you go to calculate time, and on the basis of all these times it will show you what your itinerary would look like. So you'd expect to be leaving Rogie Falls at 14:43 if you'd spent an hour there, for instance. So you can gradually build up these itineraries. I will also show you how I go about creating these KMZ files, these quite pretty locational pointers. Do it by going to create matrix, and then I pick a start location. So I don't know, this time I will pick Granham Court, which is where I live in Aberdeen, and it will make various queries. Oh, seems to be a bit slow. There we go. Various queries to Google's API online. I do this using some code that was provided generously online by Desmond Oshiwambo. I've included that code in here. It also includes some code that's in here but not utilized to do things other than travel time, such as calculating distances and providing actual route planning information about how you would physically get from one place to another. So it's an excellent bit of code there, very generously provided, so happy to make use of that for this spreadsheet. So once you have a list of different travel times, we've got one set up as your base here, then you can create a CSV file, which is used by this online facility to create a KMZ file for you. So one thing I will mention at this point is sometimes these don't provide a time properly, and they'll say something about exceeding a limit. I think that's something to do with how busy the server is at the time. Usually if you just press create matrix again, run it again, it will be fine. So I'll now create a new CSV file. So here we go. So it has various properties in it. The icons, a different icon for the focal location, and these colors represent color space from red through to blue, so 0 to 270, and that's scaled to the location with the largest drive time. So in this case, Glen Affric top car park is the furthest from my focal location in Aberdeen, 3 hours 37 minutes away. We'll then append these characteristics, the name and the comments, so it would say Tain Links and American Widgeon, for instance, in the comments there. This property here is hide name till mouse over, set to true. So there we go. So once I've done that, I save that and close it. That file has now been named. Now we'll dig it out. It's automatically named by time and date, so I know it's the most recent file. So I'll go to view on Google Earth, and I'll just remove this last, or at least silence this last one, and view a new one on Google Earth. There we go. So that's how it looks with a new focal location. So one thing I will mention is these latitudes and longitudes are in decimal degrees. If you want to get to decimal degrees in Google Earth, you go into options and decimal degrees. They're much easier to work with than minutes and seconds and all that stuff. And if you want, you can create a new location. Just zoom in on something, put in a pointer, copy and paste all this information into your new location. Cancel that, I'm not really going to do it. Another thing I will add is that I have some utilities here that are particularly helpful. I have a center target, which is this thing, which is very helpful if I was in an area and I'm like, oh, I was on the edge of that wood in that corner there, I can line up with that and I can use that little dot to guide me. And also these grid lines are exceptionally useful, so I'll provide links to those as well. They're very useful utilities. Well, thank you for watching. I hope this has been useful, and if you want to learn more about using Excel VBA, I would really recommend the excellent tutorial series, Wise Owl Tutorials on YouTube. Feel free to download this spreadsheet and use it yourself. It's not perfect. You will be able to find ways to break it if you investigate, but it works for me and you get used to using it. So I hope you have fun with it and it's useful. Thank you very much.